Shooting for the bronze medal on target number 2, the team of France. Audrey Addition, Noémie Briand, Lorraine Billard. And their opponents, here comes Ukraine. Veronika Marchenko, Anastasia Pavlova, Solomia Trapeznikova. Our World Archery judge supervising this match is Bjorn Strandby, and we'll be getting underway with target number 2.
All right, everyone, welcome into the booth. I'm here with 2016 Olympian and multi-time USAT member Mackenzie Brown. Welcome, Mackenzie. It's great to have you here as we take a look at the Recurve women's bracket and how we got to this bronze medal match.
Thanks, Greg. I'm really happy to be here and talk some archery with you.
So we get set for this match. Let's talk about scoring. How does scoring in match play for Recurve archery work?
So match play is going to be in sets. So each team is going to shoot 6 arrows. The highest score gets 2 set points. If it's the same for each team, it's 1 set point each. First to 5 wins.
All right, so here we go. We're going to start things off with the French team.
It's a great shot to start off with in a team match. It really gives the rest of your team confidence to really go in and impress the other team.
Really are with an 8. 120 seconds, so 2 minutes to shoot all 6 arrows. You'll see once they step off the line after this 3rd arrow, the clock will stop for them. So important to keep it with 60 plus seconds on the clock.
So when you're stepping on the line, that's really where you get those extra seconds. So 60 seconds on the clock is really important, but
at least 60. Yeah,
at
you
least
want
60,
those extra.
yeah, for sure.
So France ends up with 68 for their 2nd of 3. Just off the mark, it looked like.
Yeah. 9s are so good though in a 28 situation for the French team.
Looks like a 9-10 liner. What you can't see on your screen, but we can see out here, is that a 9 asterisk. You'll see it coming up here a little bit later on. That'll be checked by the scoring judges in a moment. Good shot.
Right, so they're matched up with the French team, so we're going to see how they respond.
So it looks like Pavlova for the Ukraine team is going to be the anchor. Anastasia with a 10 shot. Now here is Audrey Addition. Very interesting piece of equipment she's using to shoot.
Yeah, she's shooting in Recurve, which is made in France, and definitely looks a lot different than a lot of other equipment that you see on the field, for sure. Very unique. Manages a 9 with that shot.
A little bit of shakes on that one for
Yeah,
sure.
a little bit of movement. Obviously, there's nerves that are involved. That was a good shot. She only had 6 seconds left on the board, so definitely a good way to finish.
This is Veronika Marchenko for Ukraine.
It's really close. I would give my side a couple clicks for sure, sitting on that left side.
That's exactly what she did.
She heard me, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt. So we have 2 for Ukraine right now that are in question.
I think they're both hers.
Shot. That was Trapeznikova. Alright, so Anastasia delivers with a couple of 10s. So what we're looking at right now is 57 to 55 and in question. So really at this point, even if those 9s become 10s, 2 set points go to Ukraine.
Absolutely, yeah. So when you look at the scoreboard, why there are asterisks on the score on your screen, those arrows are really close to the line. So the judges will take a look and see where those arrows are actually lying. So it will tell you kind of the judges when they score. They're looking if any part of the shaft is on any part of the line. If the arrow is on the line, you get the higher value. If not, it is the current value.
Let's take a look at some of the Ukrainians and the way that they're shooting early on in this match for bronze. You can see the team behind them. As we look at these replays, Mackenzie, team dynamics. You know, we saw a shot of France earlier. There seemed to be joking, seemed to be pretty loose. You know, air drawing, as we like to call it. So, and you can see some smiles there as well. You know, how does it differ from when you're on the line and individually shooting?
Absolutely. So I think what's really cool in a team situation is that you get to get rid of some of those nerves together, right? So you see some of this joking, you see some of the high fives and the laughter, especially with the coach. It's really nerve-wracking to be in a final situation. So to get up there and to joke a little bit and let some of that nerves go is really important. But if you notice on that replay with Ukraine, they were very poised when they're up on the line. They're very serious. And that is key to being a really successful competitor.
All right, so official score is made, and we hold on to that 2 set points to 0 score from the Ukraine. So France will start behind. It's Audrey Addition, who we will see in the bronze medal individual match coming up later on today.
Good shot. Right off the spider.
She likes that target.
Still hanging a little bit right. I'd be moving a little bit.
Yeah. You see her there, just grab a little click. Ilya. Drops it short. The 24-year-old ranked 92nd in the world. As we move over now to Ukraine's first 3 arrows. Marchenko, 24, ranked 13th in the world. And that one just out to the right. It's a close one.
Looks into me. It's a pretty solid line at 3 o'clock.
Good shot by the 23-year-old Pavlova.
So one thing you might not be able to hear on your screen at home is that the Ukrainian's coach is very vocal. She is talking to her archers all the way through the end. Communication is definitely key when you're in these matches. We're indoors, so you don't really have to communicate about wind, but there's still lots of important things to note.
Come a little high. That's the top target. A little low, and she grabs a couple of clicks. When we talk about a couple of clicks, what exactly are we talking about here, Mackenzie?
We're talking about sight movement for sure, and moving where your groups are. So when you notice someone is mainly hitting to the right, for instance, you're going to move your sight in that direction so that your arrows will move more to the left. So if you're making good shots, you definitely want to move your sight so that you can group closer to the center.
Trapeznikova, 20 years old, ranked 177th in the world, has a little bit of experience in world archery.
When it comes to the rest of her teammates, she's definitely the younger rookie, as you would call it.
Yeah.
The other two I've grown up shooting with at World Cup events, but definitely a really strong team coming into this match.
Let's listen to the calls on this one as we have a 9 asterisk.
10, 9, 9, 9. Second target, 9, 10, 9, 9, 10, 9.
It's a confirmation of that 56. I didn't catch that second arrow call.
I
did
didn't
you?
either.
So we'll see when official scoring comes out. So at the moment, we're looking at 2 set points apiece. Oh, and it switches. So it was a 10 on that 9 asterisk for the Ukraine. So now set points go 3-1.
So it's really key right here for the French team to rally together and win this set outright, because if the Ukrainians win this set, they will take the match. If they tie, then France needs to win the next set to push a shoot-off.
If you're just joining us, it's the 2018 World Archery Indoor Championships. We're in Yankton, South Dakota in the United States, and we're shooting indoor, which means that the target is 18 meters downrange, so about 20 yards if you're from the United States. We're setting up team competition for women's recurve, and France begins the third end of competition.
It's a great start. Great, right there on the X.
It looked like she just threw that at the target right in the middle.
Yeah,
Beautiful shot.
very aggressive shot. It's a great shot. They're definitely coming out strong. They know they need really strong shots into this end.
France needs this set to tie things up. Good, putting the pressure on the Ukraine.
That's what they need. We'll see how Ukraine answers.
And in this venue, there's no avoiding what score France has shot. You hear it from the crowd, plus it's right off to your right-hand side. 10, 10, 10 so far. A little groan from the crowd. Oof. You can hear a lot of coaching from the Ukrainian coach. Coaching from the coach.
Yeah.
And that's part of what at home you're hearing. We have those coaches mic'd up. Good
It's
shot.
a great way to give her team some morale they need to hopefully ward off the French team. But France is really strong this end, so we'll see how they answer these last 3 arrows.
Audition.
It's a good shot. She's making really aggressive shots to start off her team.
Good shot. Lorena Villar just roped that one in there.
With a 9 here, they will for sure take the set. That's all it took.
That's all it took.
There you go. So saying that mathematically the Ukraine team cannot win this set, the French team just shot amazing this end.
But it's always good to get good shots in.
Absolutely, for sure. You never want to give up. You never know what's going to happen.
Best possible score for the Ukraine in this set would be 57.
That's a good shot.
Yep.
Good way to recover from that 8. That's a good shot.
Good. So a good statement by the Ukraine, even though they will drop points in the set point system, as we're going to go all tied up now. There was a 9-10 liner on that call, but it's not going to make a difference either way. As we look at replays, just the determination on her face.
Yeah, she is definitely out to kill today. She was on my target during qualification, and she's just shooting really strong right now. She's someone that's super sweet. We talk all the time. She's been to several international camps in Chula Vista, and just a fun friendship to have throughout our careers.
You mentioned Chula Vista.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more.
I live in Chula Vista at the former
California?
Chula Vista, California, in the former Olympic Training Center. I train there full-time with our coach, Songi Wu she's originally from Korea, has coached from Mexico as well as Great Britain, and she is our national head coach, and we work our butts off out there for sure.
You certainly do. So as we get deeper into this match now, we're in end number 4.
Something to note here is that if the teams tie, if they both have the same score at the end of this set and get 1 set point each, that puts them into a shoot-off. So each team would shoot 3 arrows. It would be score first and then closest to the center.
All right. So it's only going to end up one of 2 ways. As France will kick us off with 2 set points. The team will win outright, or we're going to a shoot-off. She's definitely burned some time off the clock on that one.
It's a little bit longer shot process for sure. Our teammate definitely helps the whole team out on that recovering time for sure, with a quicker process.
It's not the mark, but a good solid score. So 27 so far. And they have 59 seconds, the French team, so workable.
Right around that minute mark.
Good strong shot. Marchenko.
Заведись добре. Ставлю шию назад. Добре! Плавно. Впевнено.
So at 29, so far we're looking at a 2-point advantage for the Ukrainian team. France has got to hit 30 to stay alive, I think. I mean, anything can happen in archery. It's not over, but it's the way you give yourself a
30
chance.
would definitely put some fear into the opponent.
Пам'ятай, стати, голова, добре, тут живеш. Так як зробила, так і зробила.
Good quick shot. So plenty of time left on the clock. As Brion loads up her arrow, she goes to full draw with 15 seconds remaining on the clock. All right, so we have 2 for France that are going to be in question.
Зробиш.
Anything can happen, folks.
Давай Солечко,
Boy, Veronica had that look on her face like she really wanted to just put this match away with a solid 10.
Sometimes good is good enough, though.
Yeah.
Давай, Настенька. Що вийде? Впевнено працюй.
As you see on the screen, it is an 8 to win.
That's right. That guarantees the win, even if that 9 turns into a 10.
It's in liner.
Yeah.
Just enough.
So the bronze medal for the recurve women will go to the Ukraine. Very close match, I thought, overall, Mackenzie. What's your analysis of it all?
I think that they both came out here and shot really strong shots. Both definitely had their... She looks so happy. They definitely pulled away a really strong win. Once France came out and shot a 59, was it 58?
9.
Ukraine just wavered just a little bit because that is intimidating to come out and shoot against a 30, but ultimately came back for the win.
So great job by the Ukraine, and it is, look, it's a long way to come from the Ukraine or France to yanked in South Dakota.
Absolutely.
So it's always good to come home with some hardware. As the Ukraine team still bouncing around for joy. As they finalize those scores, and it's official now that the win for the bronze medal goes to the Ukraine.
So one thing you mentioned earlier about the crowd is that there are people who you hear the sigh or you hear the excitement and you know what's going on, and the crowd can do a lot for archers and teams that are on the field, and really just like hype you up and be ready to shoot, or it can really bring you down for sure.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It can put some thoughts in your head, but for the most part, the crowd is there to support you and really gives you that help to shoot your best.
And looking ahead, I think at the individual matches, Audrey Edité